Hi, I'm Daniel and it's Ashville Weekly, episode 117. It's Monday. I'm not in the yard. It's Boxing Day. And I thought, let's have a look what's going on in this fridge. Nothing interesting. I made my way to the snack cupboard. I took a closer look. I went back over to the fridge to have another look. Like something new could have gone into the fridge in the time I went to the snack cupboard. Maybe something's hiding in the back there. No, nothing. So I made my way back to the snack cupboard. I thought, this will do me nicely, this will do me nicely, and this will do me, and also a bit of this. And I made my way to the sofa. Got myself comfortable, plenty of shows I like to watch, put the phone on silent, put it face down, and I'm about 2 seasons behind on my favorite show, Yellowstone. Let's get it started. It's been a long time since I got to sit on the sofa. I watched The King, great film on Netflix about King Henry, and not King Henry you think, not King Henry VIII. I don't remember ever sitting this still for this long. And after lots of shuffling and moving around, believe it or not, I actually fell asleep on the sofa in the living room. Tuesday, I'm still not in the yard, I'm at home. Went gym in the morning, came back and thought I ate all this rubbish yesterday. I'm gonna stay hydrated with water with lemons. Made my way to the sofa with no snacks and contemplated for about an hour. Didn't last long. Made my way back to the junk cupboard. Problem is, it was half empty. So I thought I'd have a look in the cupboard next to it, which I know had cups in it. And I came back to the snack cupboard, analysed, made a decision, and ate half-open snacks, which I'd finished most of. And yes, M&Ms were in the game. Got comfortable on the sofa, once again, enjoying life. Now this is something that I never get to do. Nothing. It's nice to actually sit around and do nothing. Did a little scan of shows, and then I remembered, yes, the OA, my second favorite show. I got a load of sweets here, so I had to put them into order, because we must have organization even when we're doing nothing. And I thought, let me check my phone. And I saw people were saying my trailers are being advertised. So I had a look and they were selling them online, trying to make a nice little profit. This probably shows me what I could have sold them for if I sold them on the open market. And believe it or not, for the second day in a row, I fell asleep in the living room. Wednesday, I'm in the yard. Thus far today, I've spent my time interviewing and talking about strategy for the coming year. The refurbishment project is closed. A lot of people aren't in, but Dudek was in the yard with a small team doing a bit of work that needed to be done, but we didn't have time. You know, putting lagging on some pipes. We had some sprinklers that we pinched off the fence and put in other places. In my office and all the other fresh air units for all the offices, taking those apart, cleaning the inside of those. I had a little leak on the shower screen in my office. The little bits and pieces that never get fixed. The lads are in the yard and we only have one driver in. We have plenty of lorries that are going for the 6 weekly inspections. So we had one driver in and all he did the entire day was go to Scania, bring back a lorry, take another lorry, come back. He delivered 2 loads of material, but the rest of the day was only running around trying to get all of that work done so all the lorries are ready to go in the first week of Jan. The yard is a very quiet place and very peaceful. It'll be like that for the remainder of this week, but hopefully next week we hit the ground running. Just going through my phone, looking at some pictures, just a bit of reflection time. And when I look over the year and I see the amount of work we've done and how we've moved forward, sometimes I get really caught up in the moment because we do have a lot of challenges here. I don't know how normal that is for other businesses. Depends where your business is, how far along you are. I feel that at this stage, we actually have more challenges than when we were a smaller business. So as time goes by, it gets more difficult. I always try to be optimistic and I hope that, you know, when you're pedaling up a hill and then it'll kind of level out and the challenges won't continue at the intensity they are now. But there's no way of me knowing because I've never been in that position. So I'm just looking at pictures of and small videos of construction work we've done across the board. Like I look at KSI's room and we made a video from it and the video was very fun and it did well for obvious reasons. But I remember the intensity that went into doing that job before we could even do it, like the block management, the hoops we had to jump through. And then you do a job like that and there are so many eyes on you. And we had planned to do more of them, but it hasn't worked out. When you do a job like a KSI's YouTube room, it's completely different in that you have a different set of eyes on you. So you have an online audience. When we did the basement salvage, we only started filming it as a byproduct of what we were doing. And when I'm doing that, I'm thinking of the timeline of work and I'm thinking of getting it right, because I never want that basement to flood again. Missing information, RFIs, the mix of the concrete, how strong will it be? I'm thinking of engineers. And then you move on to the KSI job and then you're thinking, well, how will this be received, by the masses? And there's plenty of other work we did that year, what I'm not allowed to share with you, but we did it really well. After the basement salvage, we then created the cinema. We started the refurbishment project, which is a great job. I wish I could share all of it with you, but I'm just going through my head and the cycles and the different expectations and the outcomes from the different work we do. I take a lot of pride in the work I do. So no matter what size job I do, it's really important. One thing I will say, we're in a position, fortunately, where we are hand-picking the work we're doing. There was a time when I wanted to grow the firm. You just end up being a busy fool and you ended up working with people that you don't get along with. Fortunately, at this time, we're not in that position. And what I have found with construction work is anyone who's a nightmare at the beginning is a nightmare in the middle, and they are a nightmare at the end of the job. With trucks, concrete, aggregates, and trains, I feel that operationally, the year has been a success. I spent so many years just trying to get it right, making sure that we have the infrastructure in place to do more, so we're set up. So nothing happens in this yard where we're not prepared. We can be dynamic. We even finished the bagging plant. We finished setting up all the bays in the yard. We've got our sprinklers, we got our wheel wash, we got our weighbridge. So everything that I wanted to have in place is now in place. But then I realized that we are lacking in sales and finance. That's where I'm putting my attention now. But it's a good thing that I noticed it, because once you notice it, you can address it. So I'm trying to grow my finance team and I'm trying to grow a sales team. Relying on me to bring in work, that's not gonna work long term. Terry also brings work in, but that's not sustainable because Terry's passion is ops and Terry's trying to sort out all of the things he's meant to do, but then he's going out trying to get work to keep us busy. For 2022, operations, transport, and we've moved over into focusing on sales and finance, which I believe for 2023 is going to be the way we're going to do it while maintaining what we've already done. And lastly, I'm looking at myself on camera. I've never had any media training. I just try to express myself as best I can and try to share my experience with you guys. And I watched myself on camera from a while ago, and I watched myself on camera end of 2022. I think I've moved forward, and I think it's just because I'm more comfortable, because I'm not worried the entire time. You can clearly see on camera, in my opinion, when I'm distracted, like when we're filming the weekly videos, because weekly is actually a vlog. And for it to be authentic, I need to just film in the moment, and whatever I feel, it comes across, because I'm more comfortable in my ability. But I do think that I need to find time to read more, because like a lot of you like to point out, I use what when I should use that. And my pronunciation on a lot of words like ballast and what do I say, Will? Insulation. And there's a few words I don't pronounce properly. What can I say, man? When you're just so used to challenges that nothing really affects you, it's just like, So, we're trying to organize the material in the rail yard, because the type 1's all over the place, because the shovel drives into the middle, all the material is packed up on the side. So we just thought, let's make it nice and neat. Let's put the 926 up there, and this happens. Of course it did. When we needed the machine in the Christmas, when Lee Barrow closed, the pin snapped. Half the pin is in there, half the pin is out. I contacted Liebherr. The guys are being helpful, but everything is closed. They don't have the pin in stock. The pin is in Germany, and they cannot order the pin because their system won't allow them until the 3rd of January. Our fitter isn't here because it's Christmas, and now after just trying to tidy the place up and make us ready for January, we now have a massive problem on our hands. Of course we do. But you know what? It don't even bother me, it's just normal, isn't it? Challenges, challenges, challenges. Yard's looking decent though. I'm away first week in January, but when I get back straight away, I'm actually going away again, but I won't be filming. I'm forcing myself to take a holiday, and I actually booked my time away as a reward. So I thought to myself, it's a year since I've been away, I would have filmed a new international TV show, I would have done loads of traveling, and Ashville has progressed for another year. Let me reward myself with going away. And I'm actually filming the last episode and then coming back to England for a day and then heading off again. So at the moment it looks like it's all worked. You guys always say,
so you need to take some time off, you need to take some time for yourself.
And I did it last year, and I actually learned quite a bit when I did it. I did a video on some of the epiphanies I had and things which come to me. So I say it's a holiday from work, but I just can't help myself. Like, I will be working, but generally when I work on holiday, it doesn't feel as bad because I'm working because I want to, not because I have to. And when I have that downtime, I'm able to download, refresh, and I'm able to come up with new ideas and problem solve. When you're constantly going around in a state of anxiety with a cloud above your head, like, it can really like affect your mental health. I've got to try and take care of me to a certain point, and by that I don't mean going on a diet and losing weight and banging weights and being hench, because you have to, while that's your physical health, you need to consider your mental health. And I try to say this to some of my staff, like, I have been traveling a lot, and my staff, thankfully, they've worked with me. There were times when people had to be off, so I actually worked my filming for the show around staff. Like, you know, Terry had to get his hip replacement, and Terry had his holiday, then someone else was going here and someone else was going there, and like, because I knew I'd be away in January and because I was away before, I actually said to Terry over the Christmas period, stay in your house, don't come here. The man has called me every day so far.
How's it going? What's going on? I thought about doing this, I feel like doing that.
Which I love, because you know I love Terry. But I tried to say, Terry, stay away, stay at home, try to rest your mind, and hopefully you come back fresh. So it's not just me that needs this, it's my staff also. So, I'm gonna take a holiday, see how I feel about things, and see what new epiphanies or new ideas come to me. How you doing, mate? QPR Luton, a long-standing rivalry, which should be a lively game. You can normally tell it's going to be a lively game by the police presence, which is clearly apparent. How you doing, mate? Doors open at 3:30. It's 3 o'clock. I'm going to pop in early, have a walk around the stadium. We've got to speak to our maintenance team here. Once guests start arriving, I will be entertaining, schmoozing, and marinating. Scoreboard. Friday morning, and I'm in the yard. We've got a problem with one of the tippers. Simon was going around giving them a little run, and we've got a clutch warning on AS14 ROK. Still carrying on with maintenance, tidying the skip area, moving the skips around and stacking them. Instead of one skip here, 2 skips there, stacking them all up to give us as much room as possible. Generally getting organised. I need to go into the video room, have a chat with Dan Frighty. He's the only one in the video team who's in, and then up to my office to handle a barrage of emails and just get small bits of work and administration and forms I have to print off and sign and get sent off. Try and get it all done. Trying to plan the week when we're back, and we have no trains. We have trains second week of January. But it reminds me that last week we also didn't have any trains. which is very annoying for me because I am into trains. This year, we stopped doing train montages because everybody said all we did was train montages. Then we stopped doing them, and a lot of people got annoyed. Like, you don't do train montages anymore. What's going on? So, you can't win. Here, I'm going to give you a Christmas special train offload montage. We're actually going to do a video which will be a full offload with 2 static cameras, just filming the work as it happens. Hopefully it will be very therapeutic for people. Now, it's something that has been done to play in the background. When it does come out and people see a 4-hour video, please no one start writing in the comments, "This is boring, 4 hours, nothing happened, unsubscribe." I'm not saying it's going to be an entertaining video. For me, it will be entertaining. I'd be sat on the sofa of a big screen with popcorn because I am into trains. But it's meant to be something to just play in the background. It should be around 4 hours long, but it may be shorter because now we have a new arm on it that has actually sped up the offload significantly. I like to have videos on in the background. Like in summer, in my office, I put like an aquarium with like turtles on my screen. And in the winter, I put a burning fireplace because it makes me feel warmer. I like to set my arena and be comfortable where I'm working. So when those videos are done, I am going to use the trains. Actually, I'm not, because if I wanted to hear the real sound of the train, I'll just wait till it came in and open the window. I'm going to head home. Someone sent me a comment that somebody wrote. We did a video on selling the Arctics at auction. Now, somebody sent me a comment of someone saying, but mate, at the auction, people are still gonna kick your tires. Now, I use the phrase tire kicking a lot, but I think I'm being misunderstood here. When I'm saying people are tire kicking, I don't mean they're going up to my tires and kicking them and I'm annoyed because they're damaging them. I mean people coming and scrutinizing the vehicle, trying to find fault so they can drive the price down. I do not mean that they literally kick my tires and it annoys me. And then I had to do some research to find out where that phrase actually came from. And it came from the 20th century when people were looking at automobiles. Sometimes tires were made from a really thin material so people could kick it and see if it would deflate to work out if the tires are any good. But that's not what I was talking about when I said tire kickers. I just wanted to clear that up. Michael, my brother, you are older than me.
But I don't look as shook as you.
As shook as me, yeah?
I was sleeping last night. I had a very good idea for your company, to bring your company forward into the next century.
Okay, right.
I could be your entertainment manager. I could take your clients out, I could treat them. You'd have to give me obviously a company credit card that we could bash, that we could look after.
Yeah.
I could see that being my new job.
Now, Michael, firstly, thank you for considering me and trying to move Ashville forward. But every event I've ever been to, when you get drunk, you start coating everyone. So how is that going to help Ashville?
We will bring you forward. They will love me.
What, the fellas you're starting on or the fellas you're calling names? Who's going to love you?
Especially the fellas that bring the trains into the yard when I've got them on the floor and I've got them in a headlock. But I better ring up early and wish you a happy new year. Whether it's going to be happier, I don't know, but...
I'm currently on the Watford Way, on the way to your area.
Yeah, I'll give you a pass, then you can come in quickly and get out quickly.
But I'm not in a lorry. Is your firm even open?
How dare you? One of the biggest skip companies in the North London area. We open for business. We've never stopped.
But I haven't seen one of your lorries over this Christmas period on the road, and I've been active. Like, I'm up and down.
No. We have been out and about. We've got stealth motors out this weather. We don't want to be seen out, see?
So basically pirate motors.
Oh, Daniel, a pirate is yourself. You are the said pirate from Cricklewood.
Cricklewood was my first.
Yeah, that's all you're missing, a parrot on your shoulder. And a patch over your eye.
I had a patch on my eye when I was young, actually. I was cross-eyed, and I had an operation to fix it, and I had to wear the old spectacles, and a patch on one eye for a while, then a patch on the other eye, so I did wear a patch. Our townie's calling, let's patch him in. Hold on.
Hello. I think the boss man ran out of credit there, I think.
Wait, hold on. I didn't merge this call for you lot to start quoting me.
So you can be one of the first to know I'm joining your company in the new year.
Oh, for what are you talking about, this geezer, man? Like,
What's the job title? What is it? Entertainment manager. We will be taking clients out. I'm trying to help your business move forward. I'm going to be your entertainment manager. Anybody steps out of line will give you a slap.
but why would an entertainment manager be slapping fellas? I don't understand. Like,
Because if they step out of line and drink more than me, I'm not having it. So that's an entertainment package.
yeah. If you're going to have to slap fellas that drink more than you, you're going to be doing a lot of slapping, Michael.
But if you speak to the financial advisor you've got, I shall say it's a very good idea.
Right, okay. I'll have a word, Michael. Thank you.
Right, I'm going to leave you to the conversation with you soon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Right. Talk to you later, mate.
Right, mate.
Go on, take care.
And that's it for Ashville Weekly, episode 117. Click here for the Ashville website. Click here to subscribe to our channel. Click here to see an Ashville video you may not have seen before. And click here for last week's episode, which was number 116. On the road again. Daniel is rolling on the road again.